I'm Aeson Knight. I'm a reader. I've read tarot for 17, 18 years professionally. Going on 23 years probably working with the cards themselves. I taught for about 5 to 10 years and have been really active within the reading community and trying to build things up for that way. Work as a network reader, work as an independent reader also, and host a radio show. My family is Romney. Card reading is in my family. My grandmother read. She was a part of a Romney tribe, and of course with Romneys or Gypsies, they're taught card reading as part of their culture, especially the females of the group would be taught card reading at a young age and then picking it up because it's part of how the tarot actually was able to stay in existence for so many hundreds of years, was because the Gypsies or the Romneys kept them alive and kept transmitting them from one generation to another. But then also, you know, because they didn't used to just walk down to your local shop and pick up a deck and a book and boom, you were there, and it was really kept underground for hundreds of years. My grandmother says I was a human caller ID at age 3. As far as focusing it with the tarot, I probably began around age 8. And really learning the old way of, you know, you taking one card at a time and drawing it and looking at the symbolism in it and really working with it, and that would take 2-3 weeks, and then moving on to the next one. And then that enabled me to kind of focus the gift or my clairvoyancy a little bit more, and then assisted her through a lot of her work. Was quote-unquote the hidden psychic, because during that time in the area, especially here in West Virginia and also most of the country, it wasn't able to be public. It was still very much hush-hush, you know, let's go have tea with such and such. I hear she does cards, but I'm not for sure. And, you know, she worked as a reader through typing the readings out, and you know, so she taught me how to deal with different things in the readings, but she also taught me the basis of the readings and, you know, what you're supposed to be doing and how you deal with the cards and how you build that relationship with the cards. And she was able to kind of show me the ropes and also how to, you know, have tea and still give psychic advice without it appearing as that. You know, her cover story was she was a advice columnist, but she was really, you know, doing readings up in the attic, typing out 8- and 9-page readings, 3 and 4 a night. There's a lot of history there that students should look at. There's a lot of history within the formulation of the cards, because they're not the way they are now. They would have been hand-drawn. They would have been passing from one generation to another, each reader creating their own deck off the images and the symbolism, and they were used to contain messages and to pass information of your family history from one deck to another. Then it kind of stimulated into people actually sitting down and going, okay, we got to stop this storytelling, let's fix it, and it's got to look this way because this is the symbolism for this card or this card. Males were, that wasn't normally the male thing to do unless the only child was male. Then they would be taught card reading to teach to their daughters, and then it would, you know, then go back to the female side. Males were more guided with different other things like fire scribing and fiddling and trumpeting. But yeah, anymore it's everybody. You know, the sexes have kind of said, okay, anybody that works with it can do it. But a lot of it was based on females and female statuary, and because Romney in general is ran by the females. While the male may look as being the one in power to the English, it's really it's more of a matriarchal society. I think they're more psychic in general because they are encouraged. They're taught that it's part of normal life. It's expected. You know, it's in your blood. It's your bloodline. You know, you hear a lot of psychics got, you know, talk about, you know, I'm 3rd generational, I'm 5th generational, I'm 10th generational. It's because it is DNA structured. I feel like it's, one, encouragement, 2, it's acceptance. You know, because whereas the English, you know, kind of went into a structured lifestyle, and you didn't really have to guess, okay, do I turn left for the next job or do I turn right? The Romney culture is like, okay, let's go see what's out there. And, okay, that way, nah, that doesn't feel good. Let's go this way. Romneys tend to look at it as it's our curse or our gift. Most definitely come have your cards read. Call for a reading. I look forward to talking to you. My website's aesonnight.com. It's a place where you'll find information about me, about my guides, about how I work. You can book an appointment, get an instant reading through keen.com, which is a really great place. It's a blind system. I don't see any of your credit card information, nor any of your other personal information. And you normally get 3 free minutes, which is enough to get you started. Give you an experience to see if we really vibe with each other.